If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. Gaza hospitals reported a grim toll on Saturday, announcing that Israeli fire had claimed the lives of at least 18 Palestinians. The casualties underscore the escalating humanitarian crisis unfolding in the besieged territory, a crisis marked by widespread starvation and relentless violence. 8 of those killed were attempting to access desperately needed food aid, highlighting the perilous conditions faced by civilians seeking sustenance. This tragic incident occurred just one day after a visit by Donald Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, and U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, to an aid distribution site operated by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, a group backed by both Israel and the United States. Ambassador Huckabee lauded the GHF's efforts, claiming the distribution of more than 1 million meals a day, a figure sharply contrasting with accounts emerging from aid workers, doctors, and journalists on the ground. The GHF sites, along with food convoys, have become focal points of intense violence. Since the GHF assumed control of aid distribution in late May, daily reports of shootings at all 4 of its locations have fueled global outrage. The United Nations has documented a staggering 859 Palestinian deaths near these sites, with over 500 additional fatalities along the routes of food convoys. Nasser Hospital reported 5 fatalities among crowds awaiting aid in southern Gaza, while 3 additional deaths occurred near another GHF distribution site. 10 additional casualties resulted from strikes in central and southern Gaza, impacting vulnerable populations sheltering in tents. The stark reality on the ground paints a far different picture than the rosy assessment offered by the U.S. officials. A witness, Abed Salah, who narrowly escaped death near a GHF site, stated unequivocally, "We weren't close to them, the troops, and there was no threat." The escalating death toll from malnutrition adds another layer of profound suffering to this already dire situation. 7 Palestinians, including a child, perished in the last 24 hours due to malnutrition-related causes, bringing the total number of child deaths from malnutrition to a heartbreaking 93 since the onset of the conflict. The stark reality is that Gaza is experiencing the worst-case scenario of famine, according to UN-backed food security experts. This desperate situation is compounded by the severe restrictions on aid imposed by Israel. While airdrops of aid have resumed following international pressure, and several European countries have pledged support for the Jordan-led coalition coordinating these efforts, aid groups contend that airdrops deliver only a fraction of the aid that could be provided via land routes. The urgent need, they emphasize, is to reopen land borders and restore the full flow of humanitarian assistance. The criticism extends to Israel's allies, with even traditionally staunch supporters, like Germany, expressing concern over the insufficiency of current aid efforts. Germany, following its first food airdrops, officially joined the growing chorus of international voices demanding increased humanitarian aid. Meanwhile, in Tel Aviv, amidst the ongoing crisis, families of hostages held by Hamas gathered to protest, urging the Israeli government to negotiate an end to the conflict and secure the release of their loved ones. Yotam Cohen, brother of 21-year-old hostage Nimrod Cohen, poignantly expressed the family's plea: "The war needs to end. The Israeli government will not end it willingly. It has refused to do so." Recent attempts at negotiation between Hamas and Israel aimed at securing a 60-day ceasefire and a prisoner exchange ended in deadlock. While envoy Witkoff attributed the failure to a perceived lack of desire to reach a ceasefire on Hamas' part, Hamas maintains that it will not cease hostilities until an independent, fully sovereign Palestinian state is established. The ongoing conflict, characterized by the devastating loss of life, the relentless blockade, and the acute suffering from famine, continues to draw global condemnation and demands for immediate action. The stark contrast between official pronouncements of aid delivery and the grim realities on the ground further exacerbates the urgency for a resolution to the crisis. The international community is left grappling with the immense human cost of the conflict and the